Alright, get our board out. Player boards. 2 extras. Set those off to the side. Here's our dice. Get the expansion box. Now I need to figure out how to put both storage in the box. Hopefully in one box. Probably not going to be able to do that. It's really close. I do have all the cards here. Cards all fit all nice. The problem is I've got these extra potion boards. The thing is these charm boards, they missed a big opportunity. I'm sure they didn't plan on this. Maybe they didn't plan on this expansion. There's this slot right here where I've been putting the bags. And you would think that the charm boards would fit there, but they are just like a millimeter too big. I mean, it's perfect. I don't know. But then you've got the main charms board itself is folded up underneath in this box. So I don't know if it's possible to put them all in one box. All right, so that should be all I need from that box. All right, there's the player board there. We need pack 4s covered. There's pack 4s covered. Okay. So let's see if we've got special rules here for game 4. So something slightly different between each game. Oh, this is good. Replaying Hogwarts battle with both the monster box and the charms. Okay, that's good. I was curious of how we would play continuing games combining. All right, so locations. I've already put these out. We are finally at the Great Hall, the Forest, and the Castle Courtyard. Okay, the Dark Arts potions shuffled together with the Dark Arts events. All right, so we have, I've already done that. We have one massive Dark Arts pile now, which actually is kind of nice. We've mentioned this in the past. It really dilutes down some of the really bad things. So we have those Dark Arts potions are going to come back again. I might as well go ahead and do a shuffle on these. I already opened them up and sleeved them last night. Oh my gosh, Cat, you're being annoying. That noise is so gross. She likes to eat really weird. Oh, I think I just saw a card. It's not a Dark Arts on the back. Yeah. I accidentally shuffled out the encounters into here. I put them on top last night, and then I just went ahead and shuffled all the encounters in. Okay, so there's another encounter here somewhere. There it is. Okay. All right. So put those there. So we have the encounter cards. I've already looked at these a little bit last night. Staffing changes to complete. Remove 2 location tokens in 1 turn. Ugh. That's going to be rough. Resolve 5 Dark Arts events in 1 turn. Oh. And heroes must be stunned 3 times. Use heart tokens to track. Wow. I think that's going to be a pain in the ass. 5 Dark Arts. I mean, It is possible. But what if I draw a potion? Those usually are just a one-time. Yeah. I mean, maybe we have to lose the first location then. Okay. All right. Wow. Okay, villains then. We had some new villains. Amicus Caro. I don't even remember that dude. Big old Nagini. And a new Lord Voldemort. I was wondering if we are going to get a new one. 25 health. 7 coins. So it's going to take at least 7 turns. This might be one we lose. Okay, so let's see what we need. Shuffle. I need Narcissa. Okay. Bellatrix. Well, that's going to help with 5 Dark Arts cards. Bellatrix. And 8 other random. Okay, so there's Voldemort will go there. These guys, these ladies will go in the deck. Shuffle the included cards, which is interesting. Are we supposed to encounter these? Cora was telling me with the encounters, first select the villain's reference to the top of the encounter cards. Okay, so I thought, why include all these new villains? Okay, so Electro and Amicus need to be in here. Okay, so Nagini needs to be in there. Bellatrix, Nagini. That's a strange way to do that. Because I knew that, yeah, I thought it was said. Yeah, because this says, because in the first game, if you use encounters, it says associated villains. Villains listed must be shuffled into the villain deck as part of the setup. And then it goes on to say, shuffle these in. Draco, Crab, and Goyle in the first one. Did that completely match up though last time? Pack 1. So Crab and Goyle. No, it didn't. Fudge and Lucius. Yeah, it didn't quite match up either last time. Okay. Well, I think that makes sense because it does. The encounters are a little bit specific to what those characters, those villains do. So they try and gang up on you on that. Okay. There's pack 2. Okay, so counter cards. So I need. Okay, so that guy. Do we have a Kara? Yaxley, Greyback, Tom Riddle, Malfoy's. The Voldemort should be just there. Anyways. Thickness, Pettigrew, Basilisk, Dementor. Oh, there she is. I thought I saw her when I unpacked yesterday. There we go. Okay, she was behind the divider card. Okay, so we got those two have to be there. Bellatrix and Nagini, and Lord Voldemort and Narcissa. Okay, and then, okay. All right, so after I do that, then we do 8 random villains, excluding Voldemort's. So take all the Voldemorts out, which I think I only have 4 at this point. Okay, so I need, what did I just say? 8 others. Wow, okay. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it's probably, you can't really see. There's some slight shading differences between the 2 packs. It's probably really hard to pick up. You can see there's a slight shading, so if you're really paying attention, we could probably guess. But it's pretty slight. There was a little bit on the Hogwarts card, so I definitely would recommend sleeving those. But I could only find clear sleeves for these, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. The Dark Arts ones seem to be pretty shaded, but there was lots of issues I know in the first couple of printings of this where the cards were enormous, different sizes, and they didn't match up at all. Okay, so I guess if we defeat a villain that has removed tokens on it and a card, yeah, this one might be the end of us this time. We're pretty good with this. All right, so potions now. So villains are done. So I think there's a few times we kind of fudged the villains a little bit. There's maybe a villain or 2 less than there probably should have. We've got our shelf. What do we got on the shelf this time? All right, banish a card, give another hero lightning or money, remove a location. Hero has a face-up Dark Arts potion. 2 items are available to acquire. Okay. Roll a house die, spend 6 or more, start the turn with at least 1 saved. Ooh, those are rough. Yeah, I think we're going to start with that side. The other side. Okay. All right, so let's get our potions cards. They added a few new potions cards. The Murtlap Essence. Anyone hero gains 2 health, or banish this card. All heroes gain 2 health. Oh, the Elixir of Life. We're not going to talk about that. If you watch our last playthrough, you'll find out what happened with the lovely Elixir of a Life. Any one hero gains 7 or banish this card. The next hero does not reveal Dark Arts. Memories. All right, so we'll shuffle all this up. I did have to sleeve these. I kind of go back and forth with my sleeves on kind of a lot of games that I shuffle a lot, like Deck Builders or like Pokemon cards and things like that. A lot of those I will protect with Dragon Shields because they're high quality. Some of these where I need a ton of sleeves, I usually go with a cheaper. But I did have to go with Dragon Shields because these cards are they're pretty lengthy. The other cards I had went clear to the top of the sleeve. And so you could see not half the card, but a little bit of the card was sticking out. So I did have to sleeve these with Dragon Shields to fit the slightly longer length of cards. I wish everybody would decide how much a standard card really is a standard card. All right, we'll reveal 2. The Murtlap Essence and the Elixir of Life. Perfect. Those there. Okay, Hogwarts cards. Chip sheet, there's some extra potion tokens, so I already punched those out last night. And so go ahead and just put these down. Give us a few extra tokens, probably because of the potions cards and everything. Need a few more just ingredients to work with. So these all go face down. Actually, just start putting some of these face down here. Well, it's supposed to be random, so we'll put them face down so I don't know where the wilds and stuff are. And then you can all right, here's the rest of these. Okay, so that's done. Back it up. Okay, so that's pretty much it then. Let's get our other tokens ready. Petrificus tokens if we need them. Probably need to put these other things in a different bag. Here's our hearts for our player boards. I'll not be using these lightning tokens. Dark marks. Still don't understand why they made these nice metal tokens. All right, we'll need these hearts to keep track of stunning for that one encounter. All right, and the reason why I'm not using those lightning ones is a week or so ago, we bought some tokens from the Broken Token that have lightnings on them. These are actually for Keyforge, which we use. We play quite a bit of Keyforge, so those worked out very nicely. All right, we will need our proficiencies as well. We'll decide those right before we play. Pack 2. I'll keep these rules out just in case we need a quick reference. All right, so let's get our cards. Harry Potter. Our characters and Hermione, not Hermione this time. Ginny. Let's see if Danny's going to use her Patronus or not this time. Okay, now the big question is, what should we do with this time? Because it's even bigger. I added about 25 new cards in this expansion again. So last time we played, we divided the deck. Let's see, take out Harry and Ginny, because we won't use those for this playthrough, since we are those characters. So last time I took this deck and divided everything into stacks of numerical values. So we did all the, this is all messed up. We did all the, it was actually able to make 6 stacks, which fit the market perfectly. So we put all the 2s in a stack, all the 3s in a stack, and we left them face up. And that worked out pretty good, actually. The only, I don't think it was too overpowered or too easy. I thought I left them like this. Now, the only other way I thought about doing it is doing it by spells, items, by type of card. So let's see what that looks like. What's my stack? It's probably going to be completely different. I bet the spells and the so forth are going to be pretty big, and the items, let's just try it. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, so allies in a pile. Item, ally. I think there's only 3 types though if I do that. I think there's only 3 types of cards. Items, allies, and spells. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work very well. That's only going to give me 3 piles, and they're going to be pretty big. Yeah, okay. So let's go. We'll go back to the number system. So 5, 4, 3, 2. Or we could try the system, another system I saw online where you put them all in and then you draw 2 cards and you pick one of them that you have to put into the market. I wonder if we want to try that. I kind of like having, this gives you the opportunity to have pretty much every coin value not pretty much, but literally every coin value available. So you almost always can buy something instead of having a market with like all high value cards. Just kind of whatever system I choose, I'm probably going to keep that system for the rest of our playthroughs. And then all the 7s and the 1/8 Dumbledore goes in a pile. Makes the opportunity of Dumbledore and some of these really high cost cards viable to get. I think we'll stick with this version. And of course, I could go through and dilute the deck, take one out. But I mean, how do you really decide which? I mean, it'd be a pretty tough choice to figure out which you're going to keep. Everything seems pretty good to use. Looks like most of these stayed pretty much where they should be. 4s. It's not the end of the world if something got mixed up. We just put in a different stack. 4, 4, 4, 4. Now, if we were playing a full 4 or 5 player game, which this does allow now, I could probably not worry so much about the deck because so many people would be buying cards. I don't think it'd be as much of a problem. But this will definitely prevent market lockup too. There's no way this would ever, meaning you wouldn't have like all 6 cost cards. You'll never have that in this system. There's all the 7s and the 1/8 for Dumbledore. If you put all that together, the chance of Dumbledore ever coming out is pretty slim. And I hate the fact that you could play 5 or 6 games of this and not see half the cards in the game. That seems pretty lame. All right, so I'm still debating. I do want to try different systems, so maybe I'll shuffle these all up and we'll just go ahead and draw 2 cards for each market time and then throw one away forever. Kind of want to try that, so yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Let's go and take just some random stuff and start. Probably gonna need to repile shuffle these. Just curious to see what that looks like going forward, how that affects the game versus what we did last time. All right. That's probably the biggest thing about this game is getting this thing ready. I can't imagine what it would be with the monsters expansion as well. Probably have about 150 more cards. Getting up to Ascension level. So I'll give this a try. Some other people said stacking. So if you drew 2 of the same, like you got 2 barn owls at the same time, you just put them on top of each other. I could see that. That's not a bad system either. Oh, that's right. We got Aberforth in here. Pack 4 gives Aberforth. And I don't know about all these barn owls. Potions really, the allies really added a lot of these ally barn owls. They're okay. Just I thought about taking them all out, but then you lose some of the mechanics that the new cards add too. They do have some kind of good mechanics with the barn owls. This is definitely not for the faint-hearted game player. This is a little... The only thing I'm afraid of now is if I do it this way. Well, I was going to say those location removal cards. Yeah, quite a bit in the expansions, I guess, I remember. So maybe I think I need... I think there's a proficiency that does spend coins to remove. So choosing proficiencies and charms, depending on what your encounters are, seem to help us pretty well. I think there's one that had to do with... Yeah, spend 5. I think I'm going to take that flying lessons to remove 1 from location. Then if I get a card with a location removal, then I can do both in the same turn. I just have a hard time waiting for a villain, and that maybe removes it when he's defeated. So I think we'll stack the odds a little bit. And location removal is always a good thing to have. But we might want to lose that first location, though, just so we can draw a bunch. I don't know, resolving 5 dark arts. I think we've come close before. 5 is a lot. I'm afraid if you're going to break the chain, because a lot of them say reveal another, and we're forced to reveal another. And I know that's why Bellatrix is in there. Maybe we have to get all the way to the last location. So resolve 2, there's resolve 3. So we might have to get it all. We might have to force ourselves to lose those first couple locations. That's a pretty tricky strategy, though, man. All right. Okay, so we're going to play it with just 1 massive stack, and then when we draw a card to replace the market card, we are going to choose 2 and pick 1 to go in. That way we go through the deck twice as fast, and we'll still have a little control about what we will want to purchase. We'll just try and see what I like about that situation. Some people will spend a coin or spend an influence to remove 1 and banish 1. I know there is a rule that says you can clear out the whole market in 1 go and start over. And that's not a bad rule. They instituted that in the Monsters expansion. Let's throw a couple in here and shuffle these up. I think we saw a card last time that lets us banish the entire marketplace in once too. I feel like I'm giving up a little control from that last game where I stacked the number values together. All right, well, there we go. Let's just kind of do a bunch of cuts and hope for the best, I guess. I mean, all the cards are pretty good. If I definitely felt that there was some that were completely useless, I would probably take them out. But there's a pretty good mixture, I have to agree. All the allies that we have now. All right, so that's the stack we're going with. Probably never even touch this second stack. Oh my gosh, look at that. It's massive. So I need my deck holder that we use when we play deck builders, just to hold all these cards without falling over. All right, is this the winning deck? We'll see. Ooh, so we can put a few on top of here. So we'll see. Well, those will come out right off the bat. We'll put these over here just in case. I have no idea. I don't think we'll still, even with this system, come anywhere close to using those. Okay. All right, so I'll grab a player board. Here's Danny's player board. So we usually choose these before, so I'm thinking there's none of these that really remove. Okay, so this is resolve fewer dark arts. We don't want that. Memory's pretty good. Once on your turn, you may play a no card value twice. Play a 3 value card twice or 5 value card. That could come in handy if we need to remove the location. All right, so I will wait on that, but I'm definitely taking flying lessons for my proficiency this time around. Okay, well, that's pretty much ready to go then, except for a few final decisions. Yeah, we might have to lose a few locations here. At least that first one. All right, we are ready to go for the most part, and we will be back in a couple hours to finish our final game of the Charms and Potions expansion. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.